Number 15 is Roasting Rails. This is without a doubt one of the most challenging minecart levels in the series. There's a bunch of lava that you gotta avoid, and a bunch of magma balls. Everything's sinking into the lava, including climbing moss platforms. This is another minecart level where instead of riding inside the minecart, you're standing on top of it, which means, yeah, a lot of minecarts, a lot of good timing. I really love the remix of the song, too. It just really gives off a whole menacing vibe to it. Number 14 is Handy Hazards. Yet another factory level where you have to jump on top of a bunch of robot hands with a bunch of blocks they put down. Really cool. There's even a giant eyeball in the background. This guy is called HandyBot 5000, and I just think it's a really cool idea, and the fact that this guy has his own name even reappears in Tropical Freeze. But hey, we'll get to that video. And number 13 is Gear Getaway. Gear Getaway is an iconic song. It's the most iconic version of the Rocket Barrel level and theme. You're avoiding a bunch of gears and crushing platforms in a factory shooting on a rocket barrel. Very unique, and it just goes to show how unique this game is. While I wish they used a full version of the song, this is still a very fun level, and easily one of the most iconic ones. And of course it fits for the factory very well too. Number 12 is Muncher Marathon. Muncher Marathon is a level where a bunch of spiders chase you. I don't think I need to explain more than that. It's just a very cool idea. And there's a bunch of frantic music, and you even bounce on spider eggs at the start. Just when you think you've passed everything that's dangerous near the end when it gets you to checkpoint. It's a vertical part where you shoot on a bunch of automatic barrel cannons. You have to avoid all the spiders chasing you, and it's easily one of my favorite levels in the game. It's pretty much everyone's one of their favorites. Number 11 is Grip and Trip. Grip and Trip is easily one of my favorite minecart levels in the game, and the reason for that is you're hanging onto the clinging grass of trains, and you can hear the whistle going with the music in the background. It's just very cool. It really does feel like a high-speed chase as you just walk you're standing on the minecart, but you're also clinging onto this train. Man, where did they even get the ideas for this stuff? It's just really creative. That's why I love it so much. I love the name too. Number 10 is Bombs Away. Another one of my favorite minecart levels to be in the cave world. This one has you avoiding a bunch of crystals as moles throw bombs at you while you're in the background. This is the level where you're actually inside the minecart, and I kind of prefer those because you don't have to constantly jump to new ones. And I also like all the different shortcuts in this level, but come on, the best part has got to be when the music gets really intense at the end, and the entire track turns into a hamster wheel where you see a jump over the missing part of the track. It's just so creative, and I was absolutely blown away when I got to this part the first time around. Number 9 is the Golden Temple. This is the final level in Returns, easily one of the hardest ones. And you're jumping on a bunch of bananas, avoiding falling oranges, jumping on strawberries, cherry bombs, blueberries, basically all the fruit you can think of. It's a paradise for Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, which is probably why you need to find all the 8 rare orbs from all the temple levels to unlock this one. I also love the remix of the Donkey Kong Jr. theme too. It's just a very creative and unique and interesting level, and there are koalas that throw bombs at you too. Koalas. They must be eating the fruit too. Number 8 is Music Madness. Music Madness is one of my favorite factory levels, simply for the fact of everything's timed to the music. The beat of the hammers on the drums, as well as the slamming platforms. Near the end, the drums and the hammers are huge, and you shoot so high in the air, the camera zooms out. It's just a very cool level. It's also pretty fun to speedrun, because you can rush through the whole thing. There's even a bunch of fire and water being shot out. Number 7 is Hot Rocket. Easily one of the most challenging rocket barrel levels. Combining a rocket barrel and lava is just a recipe for a dangerous but also fun level. You have to avoid a bunch of fireballs and fire snakes, and near the end everything is crumbling down and the lava is rushing through. And it's just so cool, and I love the remix of the rocket barrel theme in this way. Definitely one of my favorite ones. And number 6 is Prehistoric Path. This has got to be absolutely my favorite minecart level in the game. It's a cliff one where the track is sinking into the tar. You have to avoid a bunch of the skeletons. It comes pretty early in the world, but I still love it a lot. You even have to drive through giant eggshell at the end. Very creative. And it continues to break as it hits a bunch of spikes, like bone spikes. And it's just so cool. Near the end, the track just keeps getting smaller and smaller, and it's just so fun. Number 5 is Crowded Cavern. This has got to be definitely one of my favorite rocket barrel levels in the game, but it's not my absolute favorite. I used to think it was my favorite level in the game, like I made in the top 10, but I changed my mind now. Still a very cool level as you avoid a bunch of bats chasing you down, especially near the end where Mega Squeakly, the huge bat, is shooting his echolocation at you. And it uses the full version of the theme, the Rocket Barrel theme, my favorite video game song ever. And it's just so cool and dramatic and intense, and it just really goes to show how amazing these Rocket Barrel levels can truly be. Number 4 is Foggy Fumes. Now, there are two other levels in the game using the silhouette and art style, but I think they're a lot better than Sunset Shore, which is already pretty good. First is Foggy Fumes, the first level in the factory world, and what a way to begin. Everything is covered in fog explaining all of this, and what you're doing is you're a bunch of these spinning platforms, and you're going over these smokestacks, and near the end, you slam on this platform and a bunch of windmills come out, and it blows all the fog away, and you shoot all the way to the end, and wow, just what a wonderful way to begin the factory world. Number 3 is Tidal Terror, easily another one of the most iconic levels in the game. Waves are crashing you at every second. The beach wall's pretty easy for the most part, but it can get pretty serious here. Near the end is even a bunch of pirate ships where the waves can still get you when you're through the windows. Just goes to show you're never truly safe through the whole level. And it even remixes Northern Hemisphere from the original Donkey Kong Country. It's easy to see why so many people love this level. And it has a very unsettling aurora too. Number 2 is Smoky Peak, my favorite silhouette level in the game and my favorite Rambi level in the game. It's probably because they use both. The theme I really like, definitely my favorite version of this song, the Palm Tree Groove song. It's also used in Foggy Fumes, and I think I like it more here. You're charging through a bunch of boulders and stones and rocks here, and near the end it's just a high-speed chase. I know I say that a lot, but everything is crumbling beneath you, and you see a bunch of the lava in the background. It is just beautiful, and I love it so much. It's easy to see why they put it so late in the game. It really is a treat. Number 1 has got to be Mole Patrol. This is my favorite Rocket Barrel level in this game, and while I don't think it's as good as some of the ones in Tropical Freeze, this is still an amazing level. Where do I even begin the system? Okay, well, there's a mole train you gotta avoid, just like in the boss fight, but here it's a lot better, because the track is spinning around, there are a bunch of moles who are trying to throw their picks at you. Or floating with balloons, you travel through a tunnel that's being dug, to avoid crystals that are being chopped down. It's just so fantastic. And the song is so unique because it's only used here in just a couple other levels. It is such a fun level, and it's easy to see why it even got this song in Smash Bros. It's so good. So thank you for watching. I love Donkey Kong Country Returns, and it truly does have some amazing levels. I'm going to be doing a video like this for Tropical Freeze as well very soon. Thank you, goodbye.